Hampshire in game number 2. 3 games today on the second day of the Nick's Sporting Goods Sporting League World Series. Hindsight, that's not a bad idea. Thank you.
Here's a look ahead at our schedule. Coming up momentarily, Managua, Nicaragua, and Manchester, New Hampshire in Game 4 of this year's World Series. We'll follow that up with Nicaragu, Japan, and Palmview, Texas. Tomorrow, our Breakfast of Champions, and then we're back here at the ballpark. Gates open at 12 noon.
I'm Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome to the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. In 2006, I was where all of you were, playing for Simi Valley, California, and leading off. Some of the best memories I have playing baseball are where you guys are today. I have a lot of great friends and was actually fortunate enough to play with somebody from the Puerto Rico team the year we were there in the big leagues, Alex Claudio. So you never know who you're going to play with down the road. It could be you guys one day, but enjoy the game, best of luck, and have a bunch of fun.
welcome you into Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington, Pennsylvania for day 2 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. I'm Joe Percato. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We are bringing you the second of 3 games today here at the Pony League World Series. An exciting contest just finished up with Washington County defeating Paderborn, Germany by the final of 2-1. This is the second game today. Managua, Nicaragua taking on Manchester, New Hampshire. Nicaragua making their first ever trip to the Pony League World Series. They are the Caribbean champions, and 16 years have gone by since the last Caribbean team to win the title here in Washington, Pennsylvania. Manchester making their second appearance in the last 3 years. For the men calling the action in this afternoon's contest, we send you upstairs to Lanny Fratteri and Ernie Deluski.
Yes, you're right, Joe. Neither one of these programs have spent a great deal of time in Washington. Ernie, if you would help us give us the storyline for this ball game.
Well, I'm really excited to watch this game because both of these teams are coming out of very difficult zones to win. Okay, and not a ton of experience, so you don't know what we're going to get today, but I do think we're going to see some really good baseball players on the field.
Just moments away from the start of the game and the introductions of the players right here. Thanks for joining us.
You deserve to be here. I believe in you, believe in what we're doing.
There's a place far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
People see Alex play and they know that she's different. It makes me want to be a better soccer player on the field.
It was just this mindset that I had from a young age that I'm going to compete in everything I work at and I want to win.
When all the eyes are on her, that's when she performs the best.
It's great to have body armor with me through my workout for the World Cup as I'm preparing to be on the biggest stage. We're just so much more powerful and strong as a team than as an individual.
Serve the fuel that keeps your community running.
My store is very close. It's like one big family.
Enjoy your Dunkin' favors while you work and find a fun, flexible, and fulfilling career. Text WORK for HRG to 25000 to apply.
First appearance for Managua, Nicaragua at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, the second in 3 years for Manchester, New Hampshire. The teams are on the field. We'll head upstairs to public address announcer Bob Gregg.
Here are your starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Managua, Nicaragua, leading off and playing left field, number 7, Joshua Ortiz. Batting second, the shortstop, number 52, Christopher Cano. Batting third and playing second base, number 2, Osmani Chavez. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 38, Danny Silva. Batting fifth, catching, number 3, Gerald Aguirre. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 54, Josue Ramos. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 27, Emil Torres. Batting 8th, the third baseman, number 11, Brian Gutierrez. Batting 9th and pitching, number 99, Arjun Ruiz. Number 5, Fernando Guadamus. Number 10, Clefer Alarcon. Number 13, Eduardo Cuernavaca. Number 17, Emmanuel Alvarez. Number 22, Cesar Guido. Number 23, Eliseo Herrera. The manager, Renny Torres. Coach, Charlene Maltez and Jose Alvarez. First appearance in the World Series, Managua, Nicaragua, the Caribbean champions. And now the Youth Zone titleist from Manchester, New Hampshire, leading off and pitching, number 5, Owen Hazelbaker. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 9, Patrick Roy. Batting third, first baseman, number 13, Levi Locke. Batting fourth and catching, number 10, Nate Duquette. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 12, Brody Labby. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 11, Chris Santorino. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 7, Seth LeCuyer. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 2, Chase Crowell. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 1, Cam Lyonnaise. Number 3, Noah Page. Number 4, Jace Labor. Number 8, Ben Walton. Number 15, Joe Allard. Not with us today and hospitalized back in Manchester, New Hampshire. Number 14, Liam Carter Patton. Manager Mike LeCuyer. Coach Steve Hazelbaker. Business manager Ethan Judd. Manchester, New Hampshire. Umpiring at home plate, Jeff DeChellis. At first base, Francisco Javier Sanchez. At second base, Ray Parker. At third base, Jeff Rabel Sr. Decisions Committee, Lenny Lynch, Terry Faust, Tom O'Connor.
At this time, we ask all that are able to please rise for the Pony Prayer and the national anthems. Gentlemen and boys, please remove your caps. Thank you to all veterans and active duty members of the United States Armed Forces for your service. We invite you to render a hand salute during the Star-Spangled Banner. Almighty God, help us to realize that we are gathered here to watch young people play baseball, not to second-guess strategy, dispute decisions, or question ability. That we are here to cheer, to encourage, to join in the fun that is baseball, not to jeer, discourage, or otherwise degrade the game. That while officials and players are expected to perform within the bounds of certain standards, we also, as spectators, are expected to conduct ourselves within the bounds of good sportsmanship. May this contest end without injury, without feelings of ill will, without disgrace, but as an activity worthy of thy blessing. Amen.
The stage is set. The second international team to play here in the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is Managua, Nicaragua. They'll be taking on the orange-clad squad from Manchester, New Hampshire. Game 4 of the Pony League World Series is coming up next.
A spectacular play. Cannonball Cullen sprays the Jolly Roger.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
225 years in the making. The Washington County Agricultural Fair, presented by EQT, August 12th through 19th at the Washington County Fairgrounds. Listen to live music with bands like Russell Dickerson, Six Gun Sally, Marcus Tyler Band, and more. Get down and dirty with motocross, drag racing, and 2 demolition derbies, plus high school bands and the school bus demolition derby. Daily admission is $10 and parking is free. The Washington County Agricultural Fair, August 12th through 19th. Find out more at washingtonfair.org.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities, and that keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our programs give every child the opportunity to overcome obstacles, achieve milestones, and reach their fullest early learning potential. From cutting-edge development therapies and daily medical supervision to quality early education for children of all abilities, we cater to each family's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
The Pathways have taken us to Western Pennsylvania and Lou Hayes Pony Field. 250 down the lines, 285 to the power gaps, 305 to straightaway center field. 80 feet between the bases, 54 feet from the mound to home plate. And so far so good weather-wise, 84 degrees, hot, humid day in Washington County. This is the middle game of 3, hoping that some predicted storms will somehow, some way stay away. For Managua, Nicaragua, a couple of left-handed batters will be facing right-hander Hazelbaker, Joshua Ortiz, a left-handed hitter, Ramos, a left-handed hitter, and I've been told that Cano in the number 2 spot is a switch hitter, so we'll have to make sure that that bit of information is correct, as the right-hander Owen Hazelbaker is ready to toe the rubber and backed up by these friends, Santorino, Kroll, and Lyonnaise from left to right. Labby at third, Roy at shortstop, LeCuyer at second, Locke at first, Duquette catching. Ready to go, partner?
We are ready to go.
Fired up, ready to go. And Joshua Ortiz to lead off for Managua, Nicaragua. Over the years, we've seen teams from Puerto Rico quite frequently here in Washington County at the Pony League World Series. Somehow that ball got knocked out of the hand of catcher Duquette and rolled down the third baseline. So an inauspicious start to the ball game. Teams from Puerto Rico have won 7 Pony League World Series titles. And a called strike, 0-2, as Jeff DeChellis has shifted to behind the plate. We call balls and strikes for this second game of the day. 0-2 pitch. Fair ball, mishandled by Locke. On his way to second is Ortiz. And in safely. On the E3, 2 bases.
Just a tough hop there at the end for the first baseman, Locke. He didn't get his body in front of it to knock it down, kind of fielded it off to the side. And because of that, the ball kicks into right field. And credit the leadoff hitter, Ortiz, who saw it with his eyes and made an instinctual decision to go ahead and keep running, and able to easily slide into second base to start off the top of the first here.
And now Cano, who was in there left-handed against the right-hander Hazelbaker. And the first pitch to the second batter, and the ball pops out of the glove of catcher Duquette and goes to third on a pass ball. I said a moment ago, I said 4 pitches ago, an inauspicious start.
Yeah.
What were the ball being knocked out of the catcher's hand, and now the E3 and a pass ball. Runner at third, nobody out. Infield coming in. And a strike. Did you have, when you were coaching youth baseball, or in your times that you do you have a particular philosophy about bringing your infield in early in a game?
I mean, it would have to be that I don't think we can score very many runs on the other team's pitcher, but I don't think I've ever brought the infield in the first inning of any game that I've ever managed.
2 balls and 1 strike on Cano. Hazelbaker peeking over the top of his glove. And it's down low, 3-1. I think I've told you this before, but let me repeat it. I have sat in a room with some really knowledgeable Major League Baseball people and heard them argue about the wisdom of playing in early with a runner at third. I've heard some great baseball people say I would do it, and I've heard others say no way. And ball 4. So now you back up double play depth. Would you do that?
Yeah, you would think. But again, it's, you know, I have to check myself a lot because the game has changed so much over the last 5 or 6 innings, or 5 or 6 years. I mean, did you think 5 years ago or 6 years ago that with a runner on third base that the catcher would have one leg kicked out and on a knee like Tony Pena did? I mean, but that's, you know, that's where the game's at. It's what a lot of people are teaching now is.
And Osmani Chavez takes ball 1. So Managua, Nicaragu has runners at first and third with nobody out here in the top of the first. Bouncer to short. Run will score out at second. Double play. A 6-4-3 double play. Ortiz scores. And Managua takes a 1-0 lead, but really, for all intents and purposes, that cleans it up pretty well for Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, I think you take that every day of the week. First and third, nobody out in the first inning. You would take that double play ball in exchange for a run and clean those bases up.
And now number 4 hitter Danny Silva. Foul ball, strike 1.
Mr. Silva made the most of his first swing here at the Pony League World Series. Came out of his shoes on that fastball and just missed it. Boy, got another one too. Took another great hack at it.
But is in the count, is behind the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Owen Hazelbaker facing his 4th batter of the game. He's given up a run, but it will be unearned with a capital U. Chopper to the mound, Hazelbaker. And an out. And paraphrasing the old Air Supply song, Nicaragua makes a run out of no hits at all, leading 1-0 after a half inning.
Serve the fuel that keeps your community running.
My store is very close. It's like one big family.
Enjoy your Dunkin' favors while you work and find a fun, flexible, and fulfilling career. Text WORK for HRG to 25000 to apply.
Demolition Derby. Daily admission is $10 and parking is free. The Washington County Agricultural Fair, August 12th through 19th. Find out more at washingtonfair.org.
Dunkin', the official coffee and donut of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. All foul balls are yours to keep here at the World Series. We do ask that you return any home run ball to the press box for later presentation to the batter. In its place, you'll receive a brand new World Series ball and a Dunkin' free coffee and donut voucher. The World Series runs on Dunkin'.
Manchester, New Hampshire pitcher Hazel Baker, left-handed batter leading off. Also, Levi Locke is a left-handed batter in the number 3 spot of the order. And Manchester brings its batters to the plate with a 1-0 deficit. On the mound, Arjun Ruiz. And he'll be backed up by Ortiz, Torres, and Ramos left to right. Gutierrez at third. Cano at shortstop, Chavez at second base, Silva at first, Aguirre catching. And Owen Hazelbaker looks at strike one. Outside 1-1. The winner of this game will play Monterrey, Mexico tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Pitch up high. The loser of this game will play Paderborn, Germany at 6:30 tomorrow. So the winning team comes back a lot quicker, but has the advantage of being undefeated after one game and not have to deal with the dregs of that loser's part of the bracket.
It's tough when you get in that loser's bracket, especially early on in the tournament.
One away.
Number 9, Patrick Roy.
A good fastball there from Ruiz to get the strikeout. Couldn't quite find the zone with the 2 breaking balls that he tried to throw, but was able to find the zone 3 times with the fastball.
And a called strike. This roster of players from New Hampshire, players from Goffstown, Manchester, Bow, Auburn, Epping, Londonderry, and Bedford. And you heard during the introductions that Liam Carter Patton is not here. He's in the hospital. And here's a called strike. Hopeful that good wishes and the video words of, is that a legal expression? Video words that the good wishes have been passed on to Liam. Now 2 strikeouts for Ruiz.
What a nice sequence of pitches. Ruiz be able to locate the curveball for back-to-back strikes to get in an 0-2 count, and then able to blow that fastball by Roy on the outer half of the plate for the 3-pitch punch out.
Now the left-handed batter to Locke. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1-0. Nicaragua leads. Called strike.
A pretty impressive fastball curveball mix here for Ruiz in the first.
0-2 pitch. Foul ball back.
He's thrown 11 pitches and 9 for strikes. Which is really what it all comes down to. I say it all the time. The baseball is, nothing fun happens in baseball if there's not a strike thrown.
Fly ball into left center field.
Wow, what a play.
Run. No, what a catch. Fly ball into left center field, tracked down. An outstanding defensive play to close out the bottom of the first inning.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Hike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.
Frank, what exactly are you doing?
Working on my checkbook, man. Balancing my brain.
Washington Financial Bank has mobile banking. You can manage your account from your smartphone or device.
Operator, you are so smart on this phone. Please balance my checkbook.
See how far community banking has come at Washington Financial Bank.
This phone's not so smart.
At Penn West University, we're here for it. Here for the hard workers, the life changers. Here in California, in Clarion, and in Edinburgh, and with our global online programs. At Penn West University, we're here for you. Learn more at pennwest.edu/learn.
The Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, by the Washington County Tourism Promotion Agency, and by the Observer Publishing Company.
So we have had top-notch play here in the first inning of the ball game. The fine running catch by Ortiz in left center field with 2 outs. 1-0. Managua, Nicaragua leads. And here in the second inning for Managua, Gerald Aguirre will lead off against Owen Hazelbaker. And we start the inning with a hit batsman.
It's the first pitch breaking ball there from Hazelbaker that got away from him. For the second consecutive inning, Nicaragua will have their leadoff hitter on base. In the first inning, Ortiz, who reached via the error, came all the way around to score.
Duquette quickly to the mound to have a word with Hazelbaker. Time called Shirlene Maltez, who is being mic'd, third base coach, one of the coaches. And we're going to have a runner here at first base. Alicio Herrera.
For the catcher, number 23, Alicio Herrera.
He's running for the catcher, Aguirre. And a quick snap to first base. By the way, interesting side note, and we do have Shirlene Maltez mic'd. It happens to be that his career is he's a narrator. We have the microphone on the exact right person. Pitch outside. Just day 2 of the tournament. 3 games tomorrow, 4 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, and the championship game Wednesday night. 1-ball pitch up high as Ramos showed bunt.
We'll see if that was just for show, or is he actually intending on trying to get the sacrifice bunt down. The third baseman for New Hampshire, Labby, and was almost halfway. He's backed up a little bit now, but creeping in on the grass.
Strike called as once again Ramos slid the hand up the bat handle.
Now we'll see what the true intentions are. Does he get his hands back to hit, or does he get his hands out in front to try to get the sacrifice bunt down?
Runner going, swing and a miss, throw to second base. Out at second. And the tag made by shortstop Roy, 1 out.
A nice quick release by the New Hampshire catcher Nate Duquette. Throw right on the bag, an easy short hop to pick for the shortstop Roy, and all you had to do was hold the glove there and let the runner slide into it.
Just the way it's supposed to be done. And the 2-2 pitch inside. One nothing Nicaragua leads. Three-two pitch. And foul ball straight back. Ten teams in the Pony League World Series. Nicaragua, Japan, Germany, Mexico. Pitch away, and Ramos chased it. First strikeout of the game for Hazelbaker.
Just a good fastball there from Hazelbaker. Runs off the plate, and you get the swing and miss from Ramos.
Now Emil Torres in the 7th spot of the order, center fielder. Pitch high, ball one. 6 teams from the contiguous United States: Manchester, New Hampshire, Bay County, Michigan, Washington County, Pennsylvania, Youngstown, Ohio, Palmview, Texas, and Covina, California. Now 2 balls, no strikes on Torres. 13 and 14-year-olds competing for the 2023 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series title. Hazelbaker's 2-0 pitch. Hit batter, second of the inning.
I need to ask a favor, partner.
Okay.
So I know you do such a great job of getting information and spending time with the coaches and the players and the managers. So there's a question I've had for a while. The purpose of the entire face eye black that is now so popular in youth baseball. Because it used to be, you just went with a strip. It was to, help you with the sun. But it's such a popular thing in youth baseball now where it's almost like a full face paint. So maybe you could ask some of these guys for me.
I will do my best to check it out for you. Ball one on Brian Gutierrez. One nothing Managua leads. We have 1 run in the game, but we do not have our game's first hit. Granted, it's just the top of the 2nd inning. And a called strike 1-1. Gutierrez in the 8th spot of the batting order. One ball pitch and a foul ball. Maltez coaching at 3rd. Jose Alvarez, the coach at 1st. Jose has a son, Emmanuel, who's on the team. And Randy Torres is the manager. Randy's an agriculturist. 1-1 pitch, soft liner, base hit into left center field. And the single by Gutierrez moves Torres to 2nd. 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up the pitcher and number 9 hitter, Arjen Ruiz, on a soft liner. We get the first base hit of the game.
Boy, Ruiz able to have an opportunity here to help himself. With 2 outs, all this has went on. The hit by pitch and then the 2-strike single by Gutierrez.
Fastball in.
Well, they've
balk call.
Called a balk. That's a big call.
Second and third.
Yeah, takes the force outs off the infield and puts another runner in scoring position. Now a single would score 2.
Ball 1 pitch. Called strike. By the way, while we've just had a balk, let me tell you that in Pony League Baseball, when there is a balk called, it is not a dead ball. There are some types of baseball where that is the case. Oh, 1 pitch, fly ball into right center field. Center fielder Kroll makes the catch. Managua, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base. Going to the bottom of the second inning, Managua, Nicaragua leads it 1-0.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket. Like one of our favorite customers, Michelle.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great. If I had to describe Cricket in 2 words, they would be reliable and affordable.
5G Boss Mode activate. Smile, you're on Cricket.
The Washington Automall Difference gives you 6 more reasons to buy from us. 6 months of paintless net repair, lost key coverage, interior exterior protection, and tire coverage at no charge on all qualified vehicles. We finally have some new vehicles available, and we have a great selection of used vehicles ready to go. Or we'll buy your vehicle. South Hills Toyota, Washington Honda, and Washington Hyundai. It's all at the mall.
Owned and operated by the Perlman family since 1914, King's Jewelry invites you to become part of the family.
We want you to come in, we want you to smile, and we want you to leave smiling.
We are definitely a very family-oriented business. Love is a very big part of it. We've been celebrating love for over 100 years.
Visit King's Jewelry today to celebrate the love in your life.
Nicaragua leads New Hampshire 1-0 in the second inning, and for the last 2 games here at the Pony League World Series, we've seen gift exchanges between the teams. The host team in the last game, Washington, Pennsylvania, presented a gift bag to their counterparts from Paderborn, Germany, and before this contest today, Nicaraguan players presenting New Hampshire players with medals, and New Hampshire players presenting a gift bag to their Nicaraguan counterparts that contained a bunch of candy, and a lot of it was maple-based gifts. Obviously, maple very big in New Hampshire.
And for the team from the Granite State, a leadoff single by Nate Duquette. And Duquette's going to give way to a courtesy runner.
Duquette, the catcher, who threw out a runner in the previous inning, just jumped all over a first pitch offering there and hit a missile over the second baseman Chavez's head. Get the leadoff runner on base here for New Hampshire.
Now Labor running at first base.
I believe we're going to have a no pitch here. I think Ruiz maybe went ahead and went to the plate before the umpire put the ball in play.
Our number 5 hitter, Brody Labby. 1-0 Nicaragua leads. Pitches a ball.
Crystal Wilkinson, please move your vehicle.
Brody Labby, who turned 15 on May 23rd from Londonderry, and goes to will be a 10th grader at Londonderry High School. He is a football player and also enjoys skiing. Showing bunt 2-0 and takes a strike. Next pitch of ball 3-1. New Hampshire coach Steve Hazelbaker is going to be joining us at the end of this second inning. Count 2 balls or 3 balls and 1 strike. Labor, the runner at first base. And it's ball 4, 2 men on. 2 on, nobody out. Manchester trailing 1-0.
Ruiz, I think they got a little bit frustrated there. The first pitch got called a no pitch because he went to the plate too quick, and then a couple of close ones that did not go his way. Really jerked that 3-1 fastball there and missed by some distance there for ball 4.
The time called Christopher Santorino, hockey player, baseball player, going to be a 9th grader at Trinity. Bunting, and fouls the pitch back to the screen, strike 1. Now Santorino in the 6th spot of the batting order. Seth LeCuyer, he is on deck. Seth's dad, Mike, is the manager of Manchester. He's coaching first. Runners going. And no throw. Double steal. Manchester has runners at 2nd and 3rd.
You see, good baseball there. The double steal, but Nicaragua actually defended it properly. The shortstop was there in time. The Nicaragua catcher decided not to make the throw, and New Hampshire able to steal both bases and really in business here now in the bottom of the 2nd.
Pitch high, and Nicaragua playing the infield in with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Ruiz steps and throws the 3rd.
Well, give New Hampshire credit. They saw something there with the 3rd baseman Gutierrez. They saw the pitch before that he was crashing on the bunt attempt, and that third base was going to be, as a third baseman there, you have to stay in position until the ball is bunted. Ruiz makes a nice pitch with the breaking ball to even the count at 2. But they saw that, so the next pitch they decided to take the bunt off and go ahead and try to steal the bags, and they were successful doing it.
Soft liner, caught, double play. Most unfortunate for Manchester. Duquette, or Labor rather, the courtesy runner doubled off.
Yeah, he just made a bad decision instead of getting back on that soft line drive. A little bit anxious and took off to score, and an easy double play there for Nicaragua.
So instead of 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. It's now second. It's just second base and 2 outs. Nicaragua leads 1-0. And a called strike, 1-1.
And if Nicaragua can get out of this inning, that's the play you star so far in this game. You have the great play in left field by Ortiz to end the 1st inning, and then the double play here in the 2nd.
And the count is 2-1. Seth LeCuyer from Epping, 9th grader at Epping High School in the fall, football player. Two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The inning is over. An inning that had so much promise from Manchester's standpoint. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. Nicaragua 1 and Manchester nothing after 2.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outski your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Be sure to get your 50-50 tickets. What a winner last game, over $1,200. We could do that again. See the 50-50 Pony Princess.
Before we start the third, let's talk with Manchester coach Steve Hazelbaker. Steve, your son on the mound, how well is he throwing today?
No, he's on. It's warm weather down here. He's feeling good. Once you get rid of the butterflies and the jitters, he'll start to settle in.
Steve, how do you touch with young people about the fact that you had so much promise in that inning with runners at second and third in the bottom of the second, and you come away with nothing?
Yeah, I mean, that's a line drive. It's a tough read at third. We're hoping a little bit of a ground ball there, and things would have been different. But still proud of our boys. They'll fight to the end.
Okay, Steve, thanks very much.
Hey, you're great. Thank you so much.
Steve Hazelbaker, one of the coaches, and his son so far has worked 2 innings. He's given up a run, but it was an unearned run. And Managua, Nicaragua's had only 1 hit off Owen. Top of the order for Managua, and it's a called strike. Ortiz reached on an error in the first inning, went to third on a pass ball, and scored when Manchester turned to double play. Ball bunted, fair ball. And the throw from Duquette to Locke, out number 1.
But I like the call there by the umpire. Immediately let everybody know the ball was fair. Nice job by the catcher Duquette to pop out of there, get his feet squared, a couple extra shuffles to make sure he could get his shoulders in line, and makes the throw to first base.
Yes, and if you ever wondered, if you ever doubted the question is home plate in fair territory, it certainly is. As the lines are, if they were to be drawn from the back of the Pentagon, they would cut through the batter's boxes. Cano walked his first time up. Waves at a pitch to fall behind 0-2. Jeff DeChellis, the home plate umpire. By the way, 3 of the 4 umpires in this crew are from the state of Ohio. Francisco Javier Sanchez, the umpire at first, is from Puerto Rico. And quickly, Cano is disposed of. Second strikeout for Hazelbaker.
When the catcher Duquette really wanted that fastball up, Hazelbaker almost like a sinker where it started up and really dove and found the middle of the plate, but good enough for the strikeout.
Chavez, swing and a miss, grounded into a double play in the first. One nothing Nicaragua leads. Time called. Well, we have witnessed just over 9 innings of baseball today, and so far only 4 total runs in the 2 games. Oh my gosh, look at that. Lacaille was moving to his right as Chavez put the ground ball right past the spot where he had been standing.
You know, and I played a lot of infield in my playing days, and I had that happen to me one time where I saw contact and I reacted the wrong way. And to this day, I don't know why I did that, what triggered my body to react that way, but you don't see it very often, but that's exactly what happened there.
Swing and a miss, ball pops away in the wild pitch. with Chavez at second base as the throw goes out into center field, but there was double backup protection.
Going to throw there from Duquette. It got away from him. Receiving from a knee with the guy on base, you just can't block as well. The ball kicks away and then almost hits the umpire on the throw to second base.
Chopper to short. Roy, throw to first base, and the inning is over. No runs on one hit. Runner left at second, middle of the third. Nicaragua leads New Hampshire 1-0.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
One game in the books on day two of the Pony League World Series. A well-played contest with Washington County, Pennsylvania, the host team, defeating Paderborn, Germany by the final of 2-1.
Third, leading off would be the center fielder, number 2, Chase Crow.
Braden Radu, a star from that first game today, worked 3 2/3 innings, scoreless, and also delivered the game-winning RBI, doubled in the decisive run in the 6th inning of our first game today. Chase Kroll, right-handed batter, takes ball one. Kroll is from Bow, New Hampshire. He's a 9th grader at Bow High School. Soccer player, golfer. And looks at a strike, 2-1. I'll have to get here real early tomorrow to talk to a bunch of players about this, the black on their faces.
Yeah, I'm sure talk about the first day and what that experience was like. We talked about it during the first game today, and you've heard every manager speak to it as well, that it's really tough on everybody involved. You don't know what to expect. You have nerves, you have jitters, you have excitement. Your first game in this tournament, and just takes a few innings to settle in, which is, I've been surprised how well the pitchers have thrown today. I mean, we haven't seen that many walks, and all these guys are toeing the rubber here in Washington for the first time in their lives, as Ruiz makes a very nice pitch there to get the strikeout.
For the right-hander of Nicaragua, his 4th strikeout of the game.
Right fielder, number 1.
Number 9 hitter Cameron Lyonnaise. Cam from Goffstown.
It's always good to talk to these guys the day after, because when you ask them before, how you feeling? Oh, I'm excited, I can't wait, but they'll tell you the truth the next day. I was a little nervous. I had some jitters. There were some butterflies.
1-ball pitch. He is up high. One nothing Nicaragua leads. 2-0 pitch. Here's a called strike. Steve Hazelbaker Ethan Judd, 2 coaches on the staff of Mike LeClaire. By the way, Mike LeClaire, the manager of the Manchester team, is in law enforcement. He's the father of 2. He also has a son, Sean, who's 18. Ethan Judd on the staff, landscaper. Pitched ball 3-1. Steve Hazelbaker, who we just talked to, is a COO. Called strike, full count. Steve's son Owen pitching today, and Steve has a daughter, Lily. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It's the second walk given up by Ruiz. 1 out walk. And top of the batting order.
How to put his pitch count at 40. Just misses. The bottom part of the zone, just underneath the knees of the 9-hitter Lioness.
All right, here is Lily's brother. Batting with 1 on and 1 out on the bottom of the 3rd. Bouncing ball to first. Not stepping on first base. Takes the out at second. The initial out, or the second out of the inning. And despite being so close to first base, Silva did not step on first.
Yeah, and the way you teach it is if you're within a step of the base, go ahead and get that out. And for whatever reason, Silva decided just to go ahead and make the throw to second base. And I think if he goes over there, maybe he doesn't get the runner at second, but at least would have gave himself a chance to turn that double play to end the inning.
Now Patrick Roy. Roy from Manchester. Ball fouled away, strike 1. There's a man on and 2 outs. And Nicaragua leads 1-0 in the 3rd. Count 0-2. And a foul ball.
Boy, Ruiz really close to balking there. Not sure that he came to a stop. Thing I do like about Arjun Ruiz, though, he wants to pitch. You give him the ball, he toes the rubber, and he's ready to go again.
Called strike 3. Ruiz strikes out 2 in the 3rd, giving him 5 in the game, and at the end of 3, Nicaragua 1, New Hampshire 0.
There's a place, far from the city, yet just down the road, where likes and shares mean more. It's in every bite, each performance, and every night, where the miles we ride together become the memories we share forever. We dream because they fought for it. We give because they worked for it. The American spirit lives here. I can feel it.
At Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, we believe that every life has potential, and we're dedicated to fulfilling it. Our adult and community services give individuals with intellectual disabilities or autism the opportunity to develop new skills, have an independent home life, and make their own choices. From personalized daily care and community participation to supervised independent living, we cater to each individual's specific needs. Pathways of Southwestern Pennsylvania, your path to lifelong fulfillment.
A place to share the things that matter most. At Trex, we see it too.
Joined by the president and CEO of Pony Baseball and Softball, Mr. Abe Key. Abe, it's always a great time of the year to be able to join you at this event once again. We see Nicaragua making their first appearance. We saw Germany making their first appearance in a number of years. How much is the game growing internationally at the Pony level?
Joe, first of all, great to have you back here at the Pony World Series. We really appreciate that. Listen, the game of baseball, we can play it in over 200 countries. Pony baseball, we have 20 countries in the Caribbean, 30 in Europe, probably 25 in Asia. The game is growing. The footprint is growing for Pony baseball almost every day. We're very happy to have Nicaragua for the very first time. That's very exciting for us. And also Germany back, Tokyo, Japan, and Monterrey, Mexico.
Lots of events surrounding the tournament here. What's your favorite part of tournament week every year?
I think this morning was my favorite part, the Champions game for our special needs kid. The Champions game every year on a Saturday morning. It's my favorite event by far. All the kids come out from all the teams, and they interact with the kids, and we have a great game, 2-inning baseball game, and it's a lot of fun.
Abe Key, a pleasure as always. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Thank you,
Joe. Joe.
Yes.
Before you let him go, can you grab him there?
Okay, 2 questions.
One question. Laney's got a question for you.
Yeah, would you ask Abe if the freezer is fixed and if there's ice cream this year?
I'm supposed to ask
I'm
you.
not bringing him ice cream.
Oh, you heard it. Okay. Is the freezer fixed?
Yeah, I think the freezer's fixed, big guy. I'll take care of you at some point.
All right, Abe, thanks. Gary leads off this 4th inning. Almost had to postpone the 2022 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series when we got the word that the freezer wasn't working.
I remember that very well.
1-strike pitch. And both these right-handers throwing strikes. The only run of the game came by way of an error. And the runner scored from third when a teammate hit into a double play. Fly ball in the shallow right center field, base hit. Now the single by Aguirre on a 0-2 pitch.
Number 54, Josue Ramos.
Just a tough play there for Lacaille at second. He got turned the wrong way. Turned to his throwing hand side, and that ball ended up over top of his right shoulder, and just a really tough adjustment there to make. And perfectly placed bloop single by Aguirre to lead off the 4th.
And Herrera once again serves as the Managua catcher's acolyte. And time is called as Steve Hazelbaker is going to go out to the mound to talk to his son. And Steve is mic'd.
Courtesy runner for the catcher at first base.
Hey, remember I'm mic'd.
Again,
Hey, we're doing great. We're doing great. The rhythm is good, right? Ball first. Let's get it out, right? Nate, be smart, right? Call the good pitches. Oh, you're really doing really well. Move the ball around, right? Careful when you're hanging, right? If you're going to go with a curveball, try not to hang it. Nate's going to block it for you, right? Hey, get him at first. Levi, right? Be ready to catch the ball, okay? Yeah, you got to be ready, okay? Hey, we're doing great. Smile, right? It's 1-0. We're there. Okay. Thanks, Blue.
Your reaction to that, Ernie?
Hey, positive, right? I like the fact that he made sure they all knew that he was mic'd. I would do the same exact thing if I was in that situation. That would be the first thing that I would say. But yeah, he's right. I mean, made a great pitch there. I mean, Hazelbaker made a great pitch, got ahead 2-0, made a great pitch, and a ball bloops in there for a single. So no reason to panic, and just go out and kind of settle things back down if you're New Hampshire, and I think the skipper did a good job of that.
Down in the right field corner, there's activity for Manchester. Ball bunted, and the only play is to first base. Sacrifice 1-3 by Ramos that moves Herrera to second base.
27, Emil Torres.
And a nice play here by the third baseman, because he recognizes that nobody's covering third. That's really the job of the catcher. Duquette probably should have went to third there, so the runner couldn't go first to third. But the third baseman, Labby, recognized it very early and was able to hustle back over and cover third base, so the runner, Aguirre, couldn't move up another 80 feet.
Now Torres. 1-0 ball game. Managua, Nicaragua, scoring the run on the top of the first inning. Torres hit by a pitch in the second inning. Ball popped right field line, foul territory. And the catch made by Locke, second out of the inning.
Number 11,
Nicaragua leads 1-0 in the fourth inning of what is scheduled to be a 7-inning ball game. And Brian Gutierrez steps in. Gutierrez has one of the 3 hits on the Nicaragua side of the card. Time called by the home plate umpire.
And if Hazelbaker in New Hampshire can get out of this inning, it'll be the third consecutive inning that Hazel Baker's been able to get out of jams with runners in scoring position unscathed. Big pitch there to get the pop up in foul territory. I think they're trying to explain now that you can't warm up a pitcher in the bullpen unless somebody's protecting the pitcher, because the pitcher's back is to the field of play and home plate. So I think we're waiting for Nicaragua to send a player down just to protect the back of the pitcher.
Jeff DeChellis, the home plate umpire, waiting for the protector to come out, and now we're set. That player that is protecting the pitcher has to be wearing a batting helmet as well. All right, here's Gutierrez, runner at second base. And Owen Hazelbaker's pitch is outside ball one. One-0 pitch, called strike. Now 3 hits for Nicaragua, only 1 hit for Manchester. Catcher Nate Duquette has the lone base hit. And the 1-1 pitch, ground ball to the right side. This should do it. This should end the inning. McKier's throw to first is the third out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings, Nicaragua 1, New Hampshire nothing. All right, we're back for the action. The good news is that because we had to make sure the ice cream freezer was working, that somebody pulled the plug on our crew for a while there, but we're back and strong as ever. And here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Levi Locke led off and struck out, and now Nate Duquette bats, and Duquette has the only Manchester hit of the game. 1-0 Nicaragua leads in the Pony League World Series. Check swing for a ball, and the count is 3-1. Let's see what kind of swing Duquette takes here, 3-1.
I'm sure a big one, because we saw the swing he took in his first at-bat. One of the hardest balls we've seen hit all day, a line drive into the right center field gap.
Breaking ball.
Yep, he got a 3-1 breaker. Good pitch there by Ruiz. Didn't give in and give Duquette his fastball. We'll see what he goes with now, if he goes back to the curveball or tries to sneak the fastball by him.
There's 2 fingers dropped.
And he did it. He was able to drop that curveball in there. Back-to-back pitches, doubled up on it to get a big strikeout, looking of, based on what we can see early on here, New Hampshire's most dangerous hitter, Nate Duquette.
And with 2 outs, it looks like this is the moment where Nicaragua is going to make some changes. Herrera is going out to right field. And Ramos is going to come in to pitch. So that is the end of Ruiz's pitching for the day. 3 2/3 innings. Well, the starter for Nicaragua struck out the first 2 batters he faced, Hazel Baker and Roy, and then got a strikeout of LeClaire in the 2nd inning, a couple of strikeouts in the 3rd, and strikeout number 7 for the starter from Nicaragua, was the strikeout of Duquette.
Yeah, great two-pitch mix. I mean, fastball, cutter, cut fastball, and then able to drop that breaking ball in there. And you can see him in the dugout. He's enjoyed his outing, and he should be proud of the effort he gave his team here today.
And that is going to put Herrera in the number 9 spot of the batting order. And Ramos moving to the mound while we have this pitching change. A reminder that the winner of this game will play Monterrey, Mexico at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And the loser of this game will be playing Paderborn, Germany at 6:30 tomorrow.
For Manchester, the batter, number 12, Brody Labby.
So now Labby, who walked in the second inning. Manchester had a real legitimate opportunity to post a run or two in the second inning. It had runners at second and third with nobody out after a double steal. But then there was a line drive double play and a strikeout that slammed the lid on the Manchester hopes. And a called strike delivered by Ramos.
Playing right out of right field and dropped 2 hammer breaking balls in there for strikes to get ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
Hesitation, delivery, 1 and 2. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
When he tried to quick pitch him there, you can tell it's all about messing up rhythm out there for Ramos.
Nobody on, 2 down. And the 2-2 pitch. Bouncer to first. Unassisted play by Silva. And Manchester sat down quietly in the bottom of the 4th. Going to the 5th. It is Managua 1, Manchester nothing.
225 years in the making. The Washington County Agricultural Fair, presented by EQT, August 12th through 19th at the Washington County Fairgrounds. Listen to live music with bands like Russell Dickerson, Six Gun Sally, Marcus Tyler Band, and more. Get down and dirty with motocross, drag racing, and 2 demolition derbies, plus high school bands and the school bus demolition derby. Daily admission is $10 and parking is free. The Washington County Agricultural Fair, August 12th through 19th. Find out more at washingtonfair.org.
You deserve to be here. I believe in you, believe in what we're doing.
Back at the Pony League World Series, we're joined by the president of the Caribbean Zone, Eliseo Serrano. And Eliseo, welcome back to Washington. I know it's an annual trip for you. 15 countries now that make up the Caribbean Zone. How has the sport expanded in that area of the world?
Well, in the Caribbean Zone, it's rapidly growing. Before we had 10 different countries all over the South and Latin America. Now we have 20 countries representing the Caribbean Zone, which is great.
I know this is an annual trip for you. What's your favorite part of the trip here every year to Washington?
My favorite part of this event is the Champions game. Those special needs kid, that's the best.
Eliseo, enjoy the rest of the tournament. Thanks for the time.
My pleasure. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, Joe, thank you. And the changes with Patrick Roy moving from shortstop to the mound. And Owen Hazelbaker takes over at shortstop. Hazelbaker went 4 innings, and the only run he gave up was unearned. And Herrera, who entered the game to play right field, he's also been in this game a couple of times as a courtesy runner, but he's leading off the top of the 5th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. And following up on a point that Ernie was making last inning, now 4 Managua runners have been stranded in this game. 2 runners left in scoring position in the second, runners stranded at second and the third, and a runner left on second base in the fourth.
Yeah, Nicaragua's had their opportunities to extend this lead. They've had a runner in scoring position in every inning, but just able to scratch the 1 run across in the top of the first.
And the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That goes alongside the opportunity that Manchester missed with second and third, nobody out in the bottom of the second inning, and failed to tie the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And up high. Herrera's in the 9th spot of the order, so the leadoff hitter Ortiz comes next. 1-0 Managua leads. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3.
Yeah, and Roy made a great pitch there. Fastball in the inner half. Herrera trying to sell it for ball 4 and draw the walk, but just a well-executed pitch right on the inside corner for Roy.
Left-handed batter Ortiz. He is officially 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. Scored the run, the only run of the game in the first inning.
You think Roy's hyped up a little bit? That may have been his best fastball ever. That almost hit us here in the booth.
And now 2-0.
And Roy finds the middle ground there. Lost one up at the first pitch. Spiked one in the dirt. Pitch 2, finds a strike in the 2-0 count.
1 up. Offered at it by Ortiz. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High 3-2. Cano is on deck. After Hazel Baker pitched 4 innings, allowing 1 run unearned on 3 hits. And outside. And second walk given up by Manchester pitching.
And it just misses off the outside. You can tell early here that Roy's fastball has a potential to be dominant in this game. It's just finding the command. He was able to make a great 3-2 pitch to get the strikeout of Herrera, and then lost Ortiz there on the 3-2 pitch.
Throw to first. And just scrambling back in ahead of the tag was Ortiz. Cano walked in the first, struck out in the third.
And a good call there by our first base umpire.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, that one looked a little closer. Roy, a shortstop. Started the game at shortstop. He's got those quick infielder's feet. Good move to first.
And a ball. Duquette threw out a runner in the second inning of the game. A 1-0 ball game. And a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Ball game in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
When he went down and in and was able to trigger the swing from Cano. I think that pitch was out of the strike zone, but was able to get the swing.
Ortiz, the runner at first. And a pitch up high to make it 2-2. Time called. Making sure the runner at first is all set to go. Roy's 2-2 pitch called strike 3. 2 outs.
Another good 2-strike fastball from Patrick Roy here, able to find the outside corner there for strike 3. Second strikeout looking of the frame for the right-hander.
Now Chavez, who's 1 for 2. It was when Chavez bounced into a double play that the game's only run scored. Line drive down the right field line, just past the glove of first baseman Locke. On his way to third and getting there successfully is Ortiz. A ball that could have been caught, but a liner that just does elude the glove of first baseman Locke to make it first and third, 2 outs.
Yeah, just hit right above the head of Locke, but hit extremely hard. See there the downhill swing, able to get on top of that, shoot a hard line drive into right field. Locke just not able to get the glove up there in time to make the play.
So first and third. And it'll bring up Danny Silva, and 5th consecutive inning. All 5 innings, Nicaragua's had a runner in scoring position. Tagged up 1 run in the first inning, but left men on in the second. 1 man stranded in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now first and third, 2 outs.
And I think if you're Nicaragua and you try to steal second base here, I think if you're New Hampshire, you got to give Duquette a chance to throw him out at second to end the inning.
And not let Danny Silva, the cleanup hitter, get a shot. Strike call to the inside corner. Silva's 0 for 2. Runner at third, Ortiz. Runner at first, Chavez. Runner at first going. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Stolen base. Ernie was right. They did give Duquette a chance to throw out the runner at second and end the inning.
And Chavez got a pretty good jump and
ran on a good pitch.
Yeah, ran on a good pitch and not a really easy pitch to handle for Duquette, but I think that's the right play.
Bouncer to the right side. And the throw from Lacaille ends the inning, and Managua has now left 6 men on base, all 6 in scoring position. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Managua, Nicaragua leads 1-0.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Thanks to Alberta Coca-Cola and to Cohen Markets for presenting the video board beyond the left center home run fence with the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Reminder, gates open tomorrow at 12 noon for our 3-game schedule. Our last preliminary round game, and then our first 2 elimination games here at the 2023 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Friends, all of us dream, all of us cherish memories, and everyone deserves, if he or she chooses, to feel the bat in his or her hands, to hear the crack of the bat, to run the bases and touch home plate, to be cheered on by other baseball fans. The Champions League game was earlier today, a fitting way to open a quality day of baseball. And here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Chris Santorino steps in. He is 0 for 1, lined into a double play in the second. Ball fouled away. Second batter that Ramos has faced after Arjun Ruiz pitched 3 2/3 scoreless, allowed 1 hit and struck out 7. Hey, grandson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Way outside, my grandson Spencer working the center field camera. I'm not sure why we showed him, but maybe just checking to see that he was there and
he's doing his job
and not looking at his phone.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch and the swing and a miss, strike 3.
I'll tell you what, the Ramos curveball is the real deal here today, Lanny. I mean, it's going to cause major problems for New Hampshire the rest of the way out.
And LeCuyer 0 for 1. Pitch down low, ball 1. 5th inning. The first game today, Washington County won 2-1. That was a 1-0 game until the 6th inning. Strike called, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch down low. The 2 pitchers for Nicaragua have faced 15 batters and have retired 12 of the 15. Pitch outside 3-1. We just showed you the loft in left center where the grounds crew typically hangs out. And if you're going to work hard on this field, you've got to be rewarded and reward yourself with a perch where you can enjoy the rewards of your hard work. Pitch down low, ball 4. And LeCuyer gets the 1-out walk at the bottom part of the Manchester batting order. And it'll bring up Chase Kroll. And the fact that LeCuyer has walked, he becomes only the 4th base runner of the game for Manchester.
And we'll see if New Hampshire can get something going here. They've struggled to really do anything offensively here in this game. Only 1 hit here with 1 out in the 5th inning.
And strike called on Kroll.
It'll be a tough task against Ramos. He really mix up. He'll high leg kick, he'll pause, he'll quick pitch, and then you got to deal with a pretty live fastball and a really good curveball.
Silva handling a low throw. One nothing, Nicaragua leads. Fly ball to right field. And caught by Herrera. That being the 2nd out of the inning, back to first LeCuyer. Right-handed batter going the opposite way.
A nice job there by Herrera, just making an adjustment. I think he struggled with it off the bat, getting a read, but he opened up glove side, didn't panic, and was able to get back there and make the catch for a huge 2nd out here for Nicaragua.
And now Cam Lyonnaise, strike 1. 1-0, Nicaragua leads. Nicaragua had the 1-0 lead after the 3rd batter of this game. I mean, a little bit after 3 o'clock, it was a 1-0 ball game. And here, 20 minutes after 4, it is still a 1-0 game. A ball 1-1. Top of the order will follow. Owen Hazel Baker coming next. Only 1 hit for Manchester. That was delivered by Nate Duquette. Strike called inside corner, 1-2.
We'll see if New Hampshire tries to take a chance here in a 1-2 count, 2 outs, and try to swipe second base.
Wild pitch. Up, we got a balk call.
I was going to say that a couple pitches before. Ramos really, kind of skirting the line of coming to a stop when he comes set. A couple times he's kind of blown right past the stop and went into his pitching motion. So doesn't surprise me that ultimately he got the balk call.
Runner at second, 2 down. The 1-2 pitch is a ball. Ruiz started, turned this game over to Ramos in the 4th inning. We're now in the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball.
And Lyonnaise spoils a really good 2-strike pitch there. Keeps himself alive in the batter's box. It's a good fastball down and away, and he was able to foul it off.
Two-two pitch. A ball popping away from the catcher, and LeClaire moves to third. 3-2 the count on Lyonnaise.
Aguirre not really trying to block that pitch, tried to backhand and pick it, and I believe it got off of a shin guard out in front of the plate, but 2 bases now. LeClaire able to move up 80 feet twice here. Tying runs at third.
Cam Lyonnaise batting with 2 outs in the tying run at third base. Cam, who in December of this year, middle of December, will turn 15. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball goes back to the screen. The out at first base. Strikeout 2-3. As the strikeout was being recorded, LeClaire was sprinting for the plate, but Manchester denied again. 1-0 Nicaragua going to the 6th.
The Washington Auto Mall difference gives you 6 more reasons to buy from us. 6 months of paintless dent repair, lost key coverage, interior exterior protection, and tire coverage at no charge on all qualified vehicles. We finally have some new vehicles available, and we have a great selection of used vehicles ready to go. Or we'll buy your vehicle. South Hills Toyota, Washington Honda, and Washington Hyundai. It's all at the mall.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket. Like one of our favorite customers, Michelle.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great. If I had to describe Cricket in 2 words, they would be reliable and affordable.
5G boss mode activate. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Well, we've had 2 games today at the Pony League World Series, and the 2 games so far covering a span of 12 innings. And in the 12 innings on this Saturday, only a total of 4 runs have been scored and only a total of 14 hits.
And we will have a defensive change here for New Hampshire. In right field, Jace Labor will be coming in for Cam Lyonnaise, who struck out to end the 5th inning for New Hampshire.
And for the top of the 6th inning, Managua's leadoff, number 5 hitter, Jarrell Aguirre, will be standing in against Patrick Roy. Roy relieved or started his relief appearance in the 5th inning, and a pitch inside, ball 1.
And that one almost got Aguirre, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat to lead off the 2nd inning. It was the first pitch offering from Hazel Baker that hit him.
And the 1-ball pitch is outside. Ramos to follow, and then Torres against Roy. And now 3-0. 1-0 game in the top of the 6th inning. Managua, Nicaragua leading, and it's ball 4. Second walk given up by Roy. And let's see if the left-handed batter here, Ramos, is called on to bunt.
He was in his previous at-bat, the sacrifice bunt by Ramos. Scored 1-3.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Hit in the air, left side of the infield. Third baseman Labby makes the catch, 1 away.
Center fielder, number 27, Emil Torres.
Emil Torres is the batter now. Torres in the 7th spot of the order, hit by a pitch in the 2nd and fouled out in the 4th inning. One nothing, Nicaragua leads. Pitch a strike throw to first base from catcher Duquette. His counterpart, who had been pitched run for in the 2nd and 4th inning, but Aguirre running for himself here in the 6th. Ground ball to the right side. Nakayer's play is to first, no question about it. 2 outs. Runner advances to 2nd. And so the string continues. A runner in scoring position in each of the 6 innings for Nicaragua.
Yep, 6 consecutive innings. Nicaragua's had a runner in scoring position, only able to push 1 across. Still a chance here in the top of the 6th inning to finally come through with a runner in scoring position.
And Gutierrez 1 for 2. Been only 5 hits in this game. Nicaragua has 4. New Hampshire 1. Only 1 run. An unearned run that was set up because of an error. Pitch is inside.
It was a 2-base error, then a pass ball that put Ortiz at third base. He actually scored on a 6-4-3 double play ground ball. That has been the game's only run to this point.
And a called strike. Two-one pitch. Ground ball to third. And the tag ball dropped on the tag, and the throw to first base as Gutierrez was just lollygagging.
Yeah. What a play. I mean, Gutierrez did not run hard to first. I think if he runs it out, he is safe, and it'll be first and third.
A place to share the things that matter most. At Trex, we see it too.
What are you doing? It's 10 a.m. We have work to do.
Oh, come on, man. Be cool. You told me to get the app. I only got enough apps for the entire office. Fondue, guacamole, and I just can't resist pigs in a blanket.
Washington Financial Bank's app makes banking simple. Deposit, transfer, and even pay your bills right from your smartphone or device. Download the app and bank with Frank.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
Serve the fuel that keeps your community running.
My store is very close. It's like one big family.
Enjoy your Dunkin' favors while you work and find a fun, flexible, and fulfilling career. Text WORK for HRG to 25000 to apply.
Welcome back to the Pony League World Series. Washington, Pennsylvania is the home to Pony Baseball and Softball International Headquarters and Museum. Memorabilia lines the facility. From countless championships, the Pony Wall of Fame recognizes the efforts of volunteers from all over the world.
At the bottom of the 6th, the shortstop, number 5, Owen Hazelbaker.
All right, Joe, thanks very much. Bottom of the 6th inning. And for those of you that are from Western Pennsylvania, I know there's a number of people that think that this Lou Hayes Pony Field is near the Wild Things ballpark and located over near where the Pony World Series offices are, but that is not true. Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington Park on the eastern side of Washington, Pennsylvania, near the laboratory exit off 79. Hazel Baker leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 in favor of Nicaragua. Fly ball to left field. Ortiz makes the catch. Now, during the commercial break, folks, Ernie Galuski and I got into an argument. And so I just reached out and slugged him.
Right in the nose.
And then he started bleeding profusely. Are you okay, partner?
Yeah, I am okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm absolutely okay.
Does that happen to you frequently, where you just all of a sudden start
every
bleeding
once in a while.
from the nose?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Swinging a foul back. You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. But the real story is how about Hazel Baker swinging away 3-0 and flying out to left field?
See, you can have a bloody nose and still be able to pay attention to the game.
Absolutely. You got to keep playing.
And Roy takes a pitch outside, 1-1.
Does that surprise you a little bit? Down 1 run this late in the game. Leadoff hitter, 3-0 count.
One and two. What's the other side of that argument? That, well, he's going to lay one in there for
and he did, and he took a really good swing. And Hazel Baker, a guy that is obviously capable of hitting the ball out of the ballpark to tie the game, but just wasn't able to get it out of the park.
A couple of left-handed batters in this lineup. Hazel Baker one, and Locke, who's on deck, is the other. First game we had today, we had 10 left-handed batters in the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the 6th. Nicaragua leads 1-0. Swing and a miss, but the throw to first necessitated. 2 outs. And now 10 strikeouts recorded by Nicaraguan pitching.
Now Ruiz and Ramos have been on today. Very impressive.
And here's the left-handed batter, Locke, who was retired on a real top-shelf play by left fielder Ortiz in the first inning. So there's 2 circles on the Manchester side of the card. One, that running grab by Ortiz that ended the first inning, and the line drive double play that short-circuited the chance for a run in the second inning, and Locke is safe at first. Getting over to first base late was Ramos.
And an opportunity here for New Hampshire. The runner on base and their cleanup hitter and catcher and most dangerous guy, Nate Duquette, coming to the plate. But Ruiz or Ramos just got beat to the bag. Great hustle by Locke to get there and beat him and extend this inning.
Saw from the high home camera that with the left-hander falling to the third base side of the mound made it a little bit more difficult for him to beat the batter runner to first. And now with Duquette coming up, a conference at the mound.
Sí, miren muchachos, esos son bateadores que son buenísimos. Esos son bateadores en cualquier momento los pueden botar la bola. Batea muy inteligente, lo que pasa es que estás demasiado rápido. Te agarras cansancio, imagínate que estás cansado ahorita, solo con curva para afuera. Es tremendo bateador, ¿oíste? Vamos a cuidarnos. Estamos ya en la última y estamos ahí. Oye, hey, Yera, te vas a jugar para allá, ¿oíste? Dale, vos, Manny. Oye, vos también. Hey. Sí, hombre, dale. Hey, tranquilo, relajado.
Mark Uriah, what did he say, Mark? Mark Uriah, the voice of the Pony League World Series, handling radio coverage. And throw to first base. And Duquette singled in the second. Duquette has the only, or take that back, 1 of 2 hits now. The other hit coming right just a moment ago with Locke getting the infield single. Throw to first, pick off. 3. Oh, they missed the chance.
Wow, what a play, Lanny. And I was just getting ready to say before it happened, the last thing in the world you could do right now is get picked off first if you're Levi Locke, because you have to give your guy Duquette a chance to hit a ball out of the ballpark, and he gets picked off, and Nicaragua just not able to handle it. And once again, Ramos, who was late to the bag on the ground ball before, did not follow his throw to first base. He went and got up the baseline and wasn't at first base where he should have been, and because of that, Locke gets very lucky and is able to slide back in, and Duquette's going to get his chance.
Outside ball one. Yeah, no doubt about the fact that Ramos was in the wrong position.
Yeah.
And he wanted to blame his shortstop for not throwing the ball to him, but throw to first.
I tell you what, at some point you can see Coach Hazelbaker not happy in third base. He's telling him to please shorten that up, and just, if I was coaching right now, I'd say don't take a lead. Just stand on the bag like it's, like you're 11 years old. Stand on the bag. We have to give our guy Duquette a chance to do something big here.
And he did. He shortened up his lead, and he was not too far away from the pillow.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a really short lead and a one-way lead that when Ramos actually lifts his leg, you're actually moving back to first. You cannot get picked off here.
Outside. This outfield, particularly center fielder Torres, is deep, and left fielder Ortiz trying to cut off an extra base hit.
Yeah, the no doubles defense here. Obviously, the tying runs at first. You don't want to allow a ball over the outfielder's head to score that run.
And now it is 3-0.
Now, I would absolutely green light Duquette here in a 3-0 count. Absolutely, without a doubt.
Runner at first, 2 outs. 1-0 Nicaragua. Nate Duquette batting with the tying run at first base. Young man from Bedford who celebrated his birthday yesterday. Throw to first base. While we open the Pony League World Series on August the 11th, Duquette celebrating birthday number 15. Outside, ball 4. 2 on, 2 outs.
See no fastballs there at all to Duquette. 4 straight breakers out of the zone. Now the tying run at second. The go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th. At first, and it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Duquette.
And it is Noah Page.
Number 3, Noah Page.
First and second, 2 outs. 1-0 Nicaragua. Foul back, strike 1 from Labby.
Ramos really close there again to balking, not coming to a stop.
One strike pitch. Here's a ball. Manchester has runners at first and second. Strike called 1 and 2. A lot of room on the right side of this infield. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into right center field. Drops in. Locke scores to tie the game. Page coming around third. Scores. And Manchester, New Hampshire is in front 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning on the 2-out double by Labby.
Boy, what a great piece of hitting by Labby. He's down 2 strikes and goes out and gets a pitch away from him and drives it into that opposite field gap. The best ball we've seen hit all day. Off the warning track at the base of the wall, and the center fielder, Torres, a little bit of trouble getting up. He slipped on the track there, couldn't quite get up, and that allows the pinch runner or courtesy runner from first base to come all the way around and give New Hampshire a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wow, what a swing, what a play.
A 1-0 ball game from about 3 o'clock until 4:45.
You think about it, if you're Nicaragua, the first 2 hitters of the inning were retired. As Ramos is able to throw a fastball for a strike, and then you're late to the bag. It puts a runner on base. You have a 4-pitch walk when you pick the guy off and can't execute the rundown, and it leads to a 2-out, 2 RBI double for New Hampshire to take the lead. The little things, right? It's just the little things in baseball that you have to do well to win.
So the troops are getting ready in the right, or will start getting ready in the right field corner. Remember now, Patrick Roy is in the game as the pitcher officially, has worked 2 innings. And the ball fouled away, so the top of the 7th now becomes a last call 7th inning. And for Nicaragua, hitters 9, 1, and 2 are coming up. Ball in the dirt on the 0-2 pitch. Wild pitch. Labby goes to third.
Again, really credit Labby there. I mean, that's the biggest hit we've seen all day. Ramos made a really good 1-2 pitch there to Labby. On the outer half of the plate, a little bit off the plate. And Brody Labby, the New Hampshire third baseman, just able to get the barrel on it and drive it into the opposite field gap.
1-2 pitch, base hit to left center field. Labby scores on the single by Santorino. 4 straight hitters reach base after 2 outs in the Manchester 6th. And it is 3-1. Manchester, New Hampshire leads.
Boy, what a turn of events here for New Hampshire. What a 6th inning here. And again, it all started with 2 outs and nobody on base. Another quality at-bat there for Santorino. 2-strike hitting, putting balls in play. And you just can't help but wonder, where would we be in this game right now if Nicaragua would have executed the rundown?
Fly ball right center. Running catch by Torres, but wait a minute.
A balk was
called, so it is going to stand as a balk. I mentioned earlier that it's not automatically a dead ball in pony baseball. The offensive team has the option and decides to take. That's Ray Parker at second base. You can see on your screen calling the balk.
And Ramos has been really close on almost every pitch here in this inning. I mean, there is not, you know, an absolute definite pause when he comes set.
And once again, we're going to need some question about whether there's going to be bullpen activity for Nicaragua or not. Runner at second base, 2 outs. Two and 0 on Lacaille. Time called. And Maltez coming out. And changes with the count of 2 balls, no strikes. Okay, Gutierrez is coming into pitch. Silva's going to go to third, and Ramos is going to go to first. That's what Jeff DeChellis just told the press box. And a game that was 1-0 Nicaragua from the first inning until this bottom of the 6th. Here is our play of the game for you, folks. Brody Labby with 2 outs and a couple of men on base. Driving to the gap to right center field. Our Dick's Sporting Goods play of the game that turns Manchester, New Hampshire from being down 1-0 to being in front 2-1. And then right after that, Labby scored on the Santorino base hit. So there is joy currently in the Manchester dugout, which is right below us, right below this press box location. So Gutierrez, the new pitcher, and we were told that Silva's going to move over to play third, and Ramos will be the first baseman.
Right at 50 pitches there for Ramos in his outing. Sure, that's why we're seeing the pitching change, is the pitch count rules and regulations. If you're Nicaragua, you just want anything to get out of this inning right now and give yourself a chance in the 7th.
The winner of this game to play Monterrey, Mexico tomorrow at 1. And the loser will play Paderborn, Germany at 6:30 tomorrow.
Batter is the second baseman, number 7, Seth Lacaille.
Now Lacaille already has a count of 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at second base, 2-ball pitch. He is fouled away. Levi Locke throwing in the right field corner. 2-1 pitch time call. By the way, it was Levi Locke who was reminded rather definitively to shorten up his lead before all of these positive developments for Manchester. Line drive, base hit into right center field. Lacaille drives in Santorino, and it is 4-1 in favor of Manchester, New Hampshire.
And another 2-out RBI knock for New Hampshire. Another great piece of hitting by Lacaille. Gets a pitch away, drives it the other way, opposite field for the RBI single.
And the 8th batter of the inning, and Santorino scores run number 4. 8th batter of the inning is Chase Kroll. 0 for 2 in the game. Swing and a pass ball as Lacaille goes down to second base. Also keep in mind that Managua, Nicaragua has scored just 1 run through 6 innings and has left 7 on base, all in scoring position.
Yes, and it's been a disastrous half inning defensively for Nicaragua. I mean, late to the bag on a ground ball to first that should have ended the inning, and then don't handle a run down to get yourself out of the inning and maintain the 1-0 lead. And it's just been a tough inning.
Ball rolled to short. Close play, but out is the call. But Manchester scores 4 runs on 4 hits. We're going to the 7th inning. Nicaragua, last call, trailing by 3.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
These changes for Manchester. Now pitching, number 13.
The team from Japan getting ready to play its first game in the 2023 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. And Japan will be taking on Palmview, Texas in our third game of the day. Palmview, Texas beating Bay County, Michigan 9-1 in the premier game of this tournament. Now the changes for Manchester: Locke moved from first base to the mound. Patrick Roy, who was pitching, now moves to third. And Labby moves from third to first. Roy, second pitcher of the day for Manchester, 2 scoreless innings, allowed 1 hit, walked 2, and struck out 2. And Owen Hazelbaker started the game, went 4 innings, gave up 1 run. It was unearned. And Herrera to lead off the 7th.
Probably the 7th for Managua.
Last chance for Managua. Pitch from Locke is a called strike.
And Locke, just a tall right-hander out there, throwing it downhill from 54 feet. It's going to be a tough task here for Nicaragua.
0-2.
Seems like Locke is their closer. As soon as they got the lead there, they sent him to the bullpen to get ready.
0-2 breaking ball, fouled back out of play. Manchester, New Hampshire's second trip to the Pony League World Series. Now the count at 1-2. Called strike 3, 1 out.
And a good pitch there, went in after going with the breaking ball and then missing with the fastball. He went inside. Just sinks right into the strike zone for the strikeout.
Top of the order for Ortiz, who is 0 for 2. (4-1). Manchester, New Hampshire leads.
The second time today, Lanny, that New Hampshire has got the leadoff hitter out for Nicaragua. And New Hampshire still chasing its first 1-2-3 inning of the ballgame.
Please drop your non-winning tickets in the nearest trash receptacle.
Pitch up high to make it 2-1. This one lofted down the left field line and out of play. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, right off the bat, I thought that Locke was going to have, or Roy was going to have a chance to make that play over there, but Wynn just kind of pushed it out, barely out of play.
And it's a full count on Ortiz. 4-1. Manchester leads. Nicaragua down to its final 2 outs. Strike 3, 2 outs.
Boy, really close there. And Locke and New Hampshire gets the call.
Number 52, Christopher Zano.
And Cano is 0 for 2 plus a walk with a swing and a miss.
And again, Nicaragua with only 1 run, but have yet to have a 1-2-3 inning here in the ball game.
And the count is 0-2. Nicaragua took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning, and the 1-0 advantage stood until Manchester scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh-2 pitch. This should do it. LeClaire with a throw to first, and Manchester has won its first game of the 2023 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, beating Managua, Nicaragua 4-1.
Well, I tell you what, they were able to pitch out of trouble the entire game until the 7th. Did not have a 1-2-3 inning, so credit the New Hampshire pitchers. They did a great job. Hazel Baker, and then on to Patrick Roy, and then locked down by Levi Locke, and they got the big hits late in the game in the bottom of the 6th. Big win for New Hampshire.
We'll have a post-game interview coming up in just a moment.
People see Alex play, and they know that she's different. It makes me want to be a better soccer player on the field.
It was just this mindset that I had from a young age that I'm going to compete in everything I work at, and I want to win.
When all the eyes are on her, that's when she performs the best.
It's great to have body armor with me through my workout for the World Cup as I'm preparing to be on the biggest stage. We're just so much more powerful and strong as a team than as an individual.
Serve the fuel that keeps your community running.
My store is very close. It's like one big family.
Enjoy your Dunkin' favors while you work and find a fun, flexible, and fulfilling career. Text WORK for HRG to 25000 to apply.
At Penn West University, we're here for it. Here for the hard workers, the life changers. Here in California, in Clarion, and in Edinburgh, and with our global online programs. At Penn West University, we're here for you. Learn more at pennwest.edu/learn.
Manchester, New Hampshire defeats Nicaragua 4-1. Down to Joe.
Brody Labby providing the difference with a 2-run double in the 6th inning. Brody, off the bat, did you know it was down for a base hit? And did you get the pitch you thought you were going to get?
Yeah, you could see his pitch you could see his grip on his side, so I knew it was going to be like an off speed. He's been throwing it on the outside, so I knew it was coming.
How exciting was it to see that it found grass and know that gave you the lead?
Well, it was very exciting. Amazing.
How confident were you that the 2 guys behind you could keep the line moving and produce a big inning?
They're really good hitters, so I knew that I would score, and yeah.
3 pitchers that you guys put out there, and they all put up great numbers. Levi Locke coming in to close it. What in particular was working well for all those guys?
Like throwing it outside, and we have a great defense, so when they hit it, we'd make the plays.
Brody, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
All right, Joe. So we've had 2 games today, and the Pony League World Series marches to its final game of this day, second day. Manchester wins it 4-1. On behalf of our crew and our executive producers, Mike Parsons and Dan Lohman, our producer, Roger Lenhart, and our director, Scott Bartlett. Thanks for joining us. Hope you'll come on out and see us if you're in the neighborhood at Lou Hayes Pony Field.
Jumpstart the season with a bit of fresh air. Whether you like to walk, run, hike, bike, or boat, you'll find that Washington County is connected by trails. Plan a day on one of the nation's outstanding rail trails with a trip on the Montour, Panhandle, or National Hike Trail. Grab a paddle and navigate the scenic Mon River and surrounding small-town charm. We'll see you at the trailhead. Plan your trip today at washcotrails.com.